With around 200 countries and more than 7.8 billion people plus plants, animals, and other organisms, the world is full of interesting, fun, and fascinating facts. In the land of the Kiwis, for instance, you'll find the highest concentration of pet owners on the planet. And over in Nicaragua, you'll find one of the only 2 flags in the world to feature the color purple. Hungry for more facts about the world and its ever-growing population? Watch the video to learn some interesting trivia about the Earth's past, present, and future. Do you know glaciers and ice sheets hold about 69% of the world's fresh water? Just over 96% of the total amount of the world's water is held in its oceans, according to Water in Crisis, a guide to the world's fresh water resources via the United States Geological Survey, USGS. However, that's primarily salt water. To find the bulk of the world's fresh water you need to trek to the poles, as 68.7% of it is encased in ice caps, permanent snow, and glaciers. Do you know the fastest gust of wind ever recorded on Earth was 253 miles per hour? Hang on to your hats because this isn't your average windstorm. In 1996, a tropical cyclone named Olivia hit off the coast of Barrow Island, Australia with such a force that it broke an incredible record. According to the Weather Channel, Olivia's eye wall produced 5 extreme 3-second wind gusts, the peak of which was a 253 miles per hour gust, which blew past the previous wind record of 231 mph set in Mount Washington, New Hampshire back in 1934. Do you hear recent droughts in Europe were the worst in 2,100 years? Europe has been experiencing serious dry spells and extreme heat since 2015, which has caused major droughts. Research done led by the University of Cambridge, and published on the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration website, looked at isotopes in the rings of old European oak trees in Central Europe which formed over thousands of years to try to pin down the cause. They discovered that the dry spells are a result of human-caused climate change and associated shifts in the jet stream, according to UREC Alert. Do you know the best place in the world to see rainbows is in Hawaii? If you're an avid rainbow gazer and want to get your fill of the beautiful phenomenon, look no further than the state of Hawaii. A study published by the American Meteorological Society in 2021 noted that the area's mountains produce sharp gradients in clouds and rainfall, which are key to abundant rainbow sightings. Air pollution, pollen, and a large amount of cresting waves also help to put Hawaii at the top of the list when it comes to rainbow quantity and quality. Do you know there are fossilized plants in Greenland under 1.4 kilometers of ice? Around 80% of Greenland is covered by the Greenland ice sheet, which Britannica explains is the largest and possibly the only relic of the Pleistocene glaciations in the northern hemisphere. But has it always been so icy? Well, at the bottom of a 1.4 kilometers core sample, which was taken in 1966 at Camp Century during the Cold War, researchers found well-preserved fossil plants and biomolecules, which means that the massive sheet melted and reformed at least once in the last million years. Do you know North Korea and Cuba are the only places you can't buy Coca-Cola? No matter where you go, it's comforting to know you can always enjoy a Coca-Cola. Well, almost anywhere. While this fizzy drink is sold practically everywhere, it still hasn't, officially, made its way to North Korea or Cuba, according to the BBC. That's because these countries are under long-term US trade embargoes. However, some folks say you might be able to snag a sip of the stuff if you try hard enough, although it'll typically be a lot more expensive than what you would pay in the States and probably imported from a neighboring country, such as Mexico or China. Do you know the entire world's population could fit inside Los Angeles? The world's total population is more than 7.5 billion. And obviously, that number sounds huge. However, it might feel a little more manageable once you learn that if every single one of those people stood shoulder to shoulder, they could all fit within the 500 square miles of Los Angeles, according to National Geographic. Do you know there are more twins now than ever before? You might think twins are a rarity, but they're actually becoming more common than ever. From about 1915, when the statistical record begins, until 1980, about 1 in every 50 babies born was a twin, a rate of 2%, writes Alexa C. Madrigal of The Atlantic. Then, the rate began to increase. By 1995, it was 2.5%. The rate surpassed 3% in 2001 and hit 3.3% in 2010. That means 1 out of every 30 babies born is a twin. Scientists believe this trend is due to the fact that older women tend to have more twins, and women are choosing to start families later. Fertility treatments such as in vitro fertilization likely also play a role. Do you know the hottest chili pepper in the world is so hot it could kill you? The weapons-grade dragon's breath chili pepper is so hot it's downright deadly. If you ate one, it could potentially cause a type of anaphylactic shock, burning your airways and closing them up. I've tried it on the tip of my tongue and it just burned and burned, said Mike Smith, the hobby grower who invented the dragon's breath along with scientists from Nottingham University. So why make such an impractical pepper? As it turns out, the chili was initially developed to be used in medical treatment as an anesthetic that can numb the skin. Click on the like button if you enjoy the content and please subscribe to our videos as well as share with someone. As the channel grows we will be giving away different prizes to our subscribers. If you have subscribed please stay tuned to hear more about this.